Just choose the right chair for you.
Good morning. May I ask you to please rise for the invocation? Is this thing on? Welcome, everyone. The American poet Langston Hughes once said, "The only way to get a thing done is to start to do it, then keep on doing it, and finally, you'll finish." Today, we gather here beneath the tent to complete a journey that started on a warm summer afternoon in September 2019. Together, we marched in a procession on the pathways from the academic quad to the chapel for our first school meeting. We journeyed through the fall and winter seasons together, blissfully ignorant of the future. Little did we know at that time our journey would be delayed, so close to the finish, but not quite yet there. Families, friends, honored guests, and most importantly, graduates of 2020, you have traveled from distances near and far to witness the finish of the journey that started in an admissions office or perhaps a conversation at a coffee table. Graduates, your journey was never a solo one. We also honor those who aided you in the journey. We honor those who gave you a gentle nudge from home, a shoulder to cry on in the dorm, an ear to vent to, perhaps an influx of cash for takeout, or simply arms to hold you tightly when you needed it the most. We, the faculty, have eagerly awaited your return to the Hill, to the community that your energy, attitudes, and relationships have helped shape during your tenure. We now celebrate those relationships that you made here during your time. We honor the awards that you've earned, and of course, the momentous occasion of conferring diplomas to the class of 2020. Let us now take that first step to the finish of our Tilton journey together. Please be seated.
How's the audio now? Is it better? Can you hear me in the back? All right, fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter has been a long-time faculty member here at Tilton School. He's also distinguished because he served in our armed services. Today is Memorial Day, a day that we honor those who have died serving our country and sacrificed with their lives. It's the reason why the mark is called the mark. And I'd like to take a minute of silence just for us to acknowledge the sacrifice of those who have died to preserve our freedoms. Okay, so now we get to begin. Chair of the board, Mr. David McElhaney. It's this guy right here. Trustees, faculty, staff, alumni, students, parents, friends, and of course, members of the class of 2020. It's my pleasure to welcome you to these in-person commencement exercises for your class. The history behind this occasion and the number of students and families that have been part of our community since 1845 is tremendous. It's an honor to be part of this tradition, to be part of the Tilton family, and I hope all of you sense the uniqueness of this moment. And for a little extra twist, we also have the honor of being the first class to graduate twice. This ceremony is about the class of 2020, but we would be remiss in not recognizing all of those who made today possible. Ms. Sedgley, Mr. Heath, Mr. Cote, and Mr. Merrill, along with their respective staffs, have prepared this campus, most importantly, this tent, so you do not need to make a decision about inside or outside. They have gone to tremendous lengths to prepare the campus for our arrival. Let's give them a round of applause. I would also like to thank David and Vita Thiel. It was November 2019 when they were sitting with me and Rachel in the head's home during the head of school selection process. We had no idea what was coming a few short months, and I'm pretty sure they didn't either. But they were so comfortable being on campus, and we were energized when they were sharing their plans for Tilton's future. David and Vita, I know I speak for the entire class of 2020. Thank you for making this happen, the opportunity for us to be together. Thank you very much. And to my colleagues, the faculty, the staff, the trustees, all of you in your own way have worked so hard to make today possible. Your efforts have shaped the school, these seniors. Your support, your respect, and your challenge have inspired this class to greater heights, and you have prepared them well, no matter your role. I know the students and their families respect all of your efforts, your tireless hours, and your unquestioned love. We want to recognize you for your personal commitment. As I reflect back on our senior year, it's pretty easy to think about all that was taken from us. We lost the chance to be together, to share the warm days on the quad, the spring games, the smell of the lilacs, the senior trip, the senior dinner, and so many of the traditions that have been passed on from class to class. We also lost 3 people that were really special to us. Larry Bartell, trustee in class of 1976. He's not a familiar name to you, but he was a longtime member of our board. And he fulfilled all that we think of when we think of Texas. He was loud, boisterous, enthusiastic, and ready to show why Texas is the best state in the country. But he was also one of the most thoughtful and considerate souls that I ever knew. And he insisted that the students at Tilton had opportunities to just have fun. You know, Peter, quote, all those things that are fun in chemistry class are not really that fun. Well, we got to get the chemistry for the class going, so let's go 2-minute gun stock. That was his attitude. He paid for that. That was something that he really believed in. And so he passed suddenly, and we remember him. Wendy Cates, mother of Jamie and wife of Jim, passed away last May, 1 year and 3 days ago, after a 4-year battle with cancer. I count myself lucky to have known Wendy through her trips to campus and came to appreciate her spirit, her empathy, and her tenacity. I experienced her spirit in the hockey rink. I experienced her empathy for Jamie and all of his friends here at school. And I experienced her tenacity when she would refuse to leave our living room at 11 o'clock on Parents' Weekend, even though everyone else had left. The world is less without her. And also in May last year, we lost a treasured member of our faculty and staff, Brenda Hodgman. I know all of our students had the chance to meet Brenda as she was the head of our housekeeping and gave us our packages when they arrived at school. Brenda cared deeply for every single person on this campus and spent the majority of her career caring for all of us. Brenda would often ask in her trademark genuine manner how we were doing. She served so many of the Tilton family that her sudden passing created a hole for all of us. We miss you dearly, Brenda. Yes, I could go on and on. The list of what we missed out on is so long. It's real and it impacts us. But I want to advance to you that we have gained so much. I know that I did by being here with you. I experienced tremendous joy watching the girls' basketball team win the Class A New England Championships. I experienced RJ belting out Mr. T's famous line, "I pity the fool," on stage during the Wedding Singer. And I learned how good it feels to win that one football game against the one team we had to beat for lots of reasons, Cushing Academy. Unbelievable. And I also enjoyed seeing Maggie Callender having the game of her life against the 6th graders from Cardigan Mountain School. I experienced the art that we created in Skinner Tower and savored those gatherings outside the fire pit of Maloney on cold fall nights. Countless moments from last year have made an indelible impression upon me that I will carry forever. I gained a lot last year. I'm thankful for it. I also think we gained something that we haven't fully understood or realized yet. These people, these graduates, this class sitting here today, these are the people you are going to turn to when the going gets tough. The crucible of COVID has created an experience amongst this group of seniors unlike any other. And so when you are faced with even greater challenges in life, and yes, make no mistake, this is not the toughest thing that's going to happen to you. These are the people you're going to turn to. These are the people that are going to get you through. We don't know this yet, but it will be that way. It might be 5 years. It might be 10 years. It might be 20. But the bond that we have is unlike any other. So take a second. Look around. Campbell, yes, look around, Campbell. These are the people you will be relying on. It's amazing. As we go forward today, I promise that we have gained a camaraderie, an understanding, and yes, a love of each other that we don't fully understand, and we won't appreciate it until we need it. Congratulations to all of you, to your families, and Godspeed to the class of 2020. Because we are unable, or were unable last year to have our prize night and also to have a baccalaureate moment for us, we have decided to award prizes to those seniors who are present today, which normally would have been awarded in late May. The tradition of giving prizes started in 1864, just 2 years before our school was burned to the ground and rebuilt on its present site today. As we announce each recipient, I ask you that you listen to the description of each award. Some of the words being spoken here have been part of Tilton School for a long time. All of them reflect the values and traditions of our great school. And now we begin. The first prize is the Academic Dean's Prize. This prize is awarded when appropriate to recognize a student who has demonstrated significant academic growth over the course of the year at Tilton School, transforming academic potential into superior academic achievement. This year, this award goes to 2 seniors, Hope Talawani and Max Keefe. Thanks, you guys. The Fine Arts Prize. Established by the Arts Club of 1966, the Fine Arts Prize is awarded to students who, through steady effort and daring to reach beyond what is already understood, have shown significant creative ability in the studio arts. This award goes to Teru Hara. Stop right there. The Hazel S. Kaufman Dramatics Prize. Teru. Yep. No, walk down the steps, Teru. Just stay right there. Okay, stay right there. Good. The Hazel S. Kaufman Dramatics Prize, given in memory of Hazel S. Kaufman by her family. This prize is awarded to a graduating senior who has made sacrifices for the continued benefit of the drama program. This year, this prize goes to Teru Hara. Jason W. Perkins Prize. Established by the trustees in 1971 in honor of Jason Perkins, Tilton teacher from 1946 to 1983. This prize is given to that student of an advanced class whose progress in modern foreign language has been outstanding. The student has demonstrated excellence in communication skills and the understanding of other cultures and communities through their language study. This year, this prize goes to 2 graduating seniors, Taylor Clark and Ashlyn McMahon. The Tommy Merrill Award, awarded by the athletic department in honor of Tommy Merrill, equipment manager from 1939 to 1983, to a senior who has contributed to the sports program of the school by competing in interscholastic sports contests, by working hard for the love of the game, and by showing responsibility toward those persons whose interests and careers are dedicated to helping the athletes of Tilton. This year, this award goes to Maddie Kirker. The Chester J. LaRoche Award, awarded in memory of an outstanding graduate of Tilton in the class of 1913, who was a fine athlete here and at Yale University, who had become a successful businessman known for his integrity and who retained active interest in sports with a respect for what athletics, properly played and properly coached, can do for young people. The terms of this award come directly from the hand of Mr. LaRoche. Quote, all of us honor in the classroom the highly intelligent mind. We admire and applaud on the field of amateur sport the heroes endowed with great physical skill. But even if these dimensions have not been endowed to full by God's hands, they can be matched by spiritual eagerness. We would honor in you your spirit of cooperation with your teammates, your tough, self-imposed standards of excellence and effort, your sacrifices of individual gain and glory for something greater than private success, and that is the victory of the team. All of us are enriched by the presence of these characteristics in you. Our mutual survival depends on their continued presence. This year, this award goes to two seniors, Jamie Cates and Peyton Crowley. The Mary E. Chadbourn Prize, supported by a fund bequeathed by Reverend George Chadbourn, to be awarded to the member of the graduating class each year who, in point of scholarship and general deportment, shall be deemed by the faculty most worthy of it. This award goes to Peyton Crowley. The William David Kimball Memorial Award, awarded in memory of William David Kimball, class of '67, who died at the end of his junior year before he could prove his final potential. David Kimball tried hard while at Tilton to emerge from the youthful mischievousness to creative prowess, to build the best body and mind together. His enthusiasm was so intense that he couldn't see or hear anything without experimenting or perfecting it. This award goes to Campbell Wayne. The Frederick M. Eaton Prize, awarded to a student in the graduating class of high scholastic standing and high moral character. This award goes to James Cates. The Student Assembly Prize. This prize is awarded to recognize unselfish service and encouragement of school spirit. This award goes to Maddie Kirker. The William Harrison Uhlfelder Award. Established by the class of 1967 in memory of their classmate, William Harrison Uhlfelder, this award is presented to a senior for sportsmanship, congenial concern for fellow students, and perseverance in studies and inspirational courage. This award goes to Nathaniel Kamek. And our last award for today, the Michael E. Baker Award. Established by the Plus 5 Committee in 1995 in honor of Headmaster Mike Baker, this award is presented to the student who most fully participates in all divisions of the Plus 5 program by trying new experiences and becoming involved in a variety of opportunities, thus exemplifying in person the passionate pursuit of lifelong success and service. This award goes to Maggie Callender. Congratulations to all of you. And now we were faced with an unusual situation here for these commencement exercises. We asked the students to vote for their class speaker, and there was no clear winner. Just about everyone got a vote. And so what I decided to do was the president of the school will give us her address in a few moments. But I wanted to turn the microphone over to any member of the senior class who wanted to say anything before their friends, before their teachers, and their families. I have given them no guidelines. And my hook is ready. But I would like to ask any senior who'd like to stand, and you can either speak from where you are, or you can come to the podium, whatever you'd like. I think it's small enough for us to hear whatever you want. Mr. Cates.
Hi, everybody. As Peter mentioned earlier, I had to call you Peter once. As he mentioned earlier, Friday marked a year since we lost my mom, and as many of the families here, and especially my friends and faculty, the support my dad and I got from everybody at Tilton really meant a lot to us. My mom loved this school and loved everybody here, and the love she saw back, and especially the two of us saw, was immense, and we can't thank anybody enough, but I just wanted to come up here and say thank you officially to all of you while you're all here. But thank you, guys.
Ashlyn. Are you kidding me? We have to hear from you.
What? Hey guys. Just thanks for coming. Tilton was really a fun place for me, and I made some really good friends. So, thanks for coming.
Oh, I'm Katie Ryan. I don't really have much to say, but I'm really glad I got to meet these people. They're very genuine people, and I know I'll be friends with them for the rest of my life. Also, I had a really good time at Tilton. I was here with my brother for 2 years. Well, he was here for 2 years. I was here for 3. And I got really close to him here too. He didn't really want me coming here at first. He was a little bit mad about it, but ended up working out. I loved all the faculty. They were all so nice and supportive. And yeah, that's it.
Hello. My name is Campbell Wayne, and thank you all for coming out. I just wanted to say these past 2 years that I spent at Tilton was definitely a life changer for me. I learned how to grow up and become the man that I am today because of a lot of impactful people at the school, faculty, and just the people that are sitting here. I've met a lot of great people, and it's definitely something that will, stick with me for the rest of my life, for sure. So thank you for everything.
Hi, um, I'm Teruhiko Hota from Japan. Tilton was very fun. It changed me a lot. I couldn't even speak English well when I came here, and I wasn't exactly the smartest or the most creative or wasn't really a popular kid, But I met a lot of people. They supported me. Um, after all, I'm really glad that I came here. And to my parents, 3年間ありがとうございました。これからもよろしくお願いします。Yeah, that's basically it. So, thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Hope Talwani. I just want to say thank you to everybody who helped me graduate high school and making lifetime long friends. Sadly, one of my best friends is not here with us. Her name's Brenna. She lives in Canada. She's been my best friend for 4 years, and I'm very sad that she can't be here with us right now, but she's with us all right now. And I just want to say hi because she's watching the live stream. Thank you guys.
Trent, you look anxious there. You want to come up? Are you good? All right, Trent, come on.
Hello, everybody. I'm Trent Fountain. I was a 4-year student here, and before I attended years ago, my older brother and sister came here for post-grad and senior year. So I had them to look forward to, coming in here It was great. Lucky to have been part of this school. Met a lot of great people along the way. People from all over, I can cherish, and yeah, had a great time here. So thank you all for coming out.
Okay, thank you for all of you who came up to speak. Another time-honored tradition of prize night is the singing of the school's alma mater. I have a feeling that all previous 25 heads of school were relieved by singing it at prize night as to avoid singing it at commencement. Alas, here we are. Today, we are lucky to have Mr. David Sheehy to accompany us in the singing of our alma mater. I also want to let you know that Mr. Sheehy got engaged last night. I love that. He is going to accompany us on the piano, and I ask that everyone stand and look for the words in the program. We did not write this song. The person is long gone. They're lucky. But I do ask that you join us in song, belt it out. We're going to play one verse to get the swing of it, David. Does that sound good? Yep. And then we'll jump in, okay? All right, Mr. Sheehy. Thank you, Mr. Sheehy, and good luck. Our student speaker today hails from both New Hampshire and Virginia. Maddie Kirker came to Tilton in 2017 as a sophomore, and although I would never characterize her as shy and quiet, her voice grew stronger and stronger during her Tilton career. And by stronger, I mean both in volume and substance. In volume, we became accustomed to her unfaltering support at athletic contests, both as a spectator and a participant. While at school, she participated in soccer, basketball, and softball, finding ways to contribute to the success of all three teams. Sometimes these contributions were on the field or court, and sometimes they were from the bench. Regardless of her role, we all felt and we all heard her presence. In substance, Maddie's voice grew louder as our student body president. Maddie and I had the chance to meet regularly over the course of the year to discuss lots of topics and also to exchange advice on our respective roles here at the school. I admire her passion, her care for her classmates, and her dogged persistence during a year that none of us could have predicted. Being able to navigate a world marked by diversity and change characterizes this young woman. Please join me in welcoming Student Body President Madison Mackenzie Kirker.
All right, good morning. I'm going to warn you all, this speech was completed 10 minutes before the deadline, similar to most of my writing assignments here at Tilton. I say most because the others are long overdue by now, but I knew I couldn't pull a stunt like that with this speech. Landy would really have a problem with that. Well, we've had some crazy things happen this past year. I'm just gonna go right for the elephant in the tent. Yes, Kim and Kanye did get divorced. Wild, most unexpected thing that's happened this past year. In all seriousness, COVID has really put a damper on things. It's at this moment, though, that I realize how much has changed. I look over at my peers and know that today is more for closure than for celebration, at least until later tonight. We aren't whole in a number of ways. There are many members of our class unable to be here with us today. There are events and traditions we missed, like senior trip. There are evenings on the quad around the fire pit listening to Jack Johnson after hours of spike ball and volleyball that we never got. It burns, and I know that my peers feel it whether they are next to me or watching virtually. I stand here and can only imagine what it would have been like to experience those senior spring moments with our little family we've created over the past few years by helping each other with homework, sharing the last ramen noodle package, supporting one another at countless sports competitions, and of course, the not so pretty teenage drama. Our commencement would have felt different. All of us anxious for our futures while everyone tells us they are so bright. That feeling is now cloaked in the thoughts of who we were when we were here. Today, we know for ourselves that our future is bright. We look around this campus, our second home, and see images of us experiencing the place we loved when we were students, forever stuck in time. One image that I can see so clearly, though, is being corralled into Davis Lecture Hall by Mr. Ruggles and the other senior grade level programming teachers. The projector screen played the music video for 5 more minutes by Scotty McCreery. My eyes start to water, the song plays out, Ruggles pauses the video, all of our heads glued forward. There's a quick second of silence until we feel comfortable to finally look around. Some wear shocked faces, while others are red-eyed. Quiet voices saying, well, that was sad. Ruggles was right. He's always right. From the day we were told we wouldn't be going back, all I've wanted is 5 more minutes. I always will for the rest of my life. Moments like this shaped how we spent our senior year. We made decisions, sometimes at the expense of our homework, knowing that we'd never get these days back. In return, we have some really good stories and some of the happiest moments of our lives. I learned how to play hockey from Brenda, who is one of my best friends, 2, Canadian, who could ask for a better coach. I've gotten stuck in a thorn bush with Maggie during a sledding accident. I've had movie marathons in Maloney basement with the girls. I'm unfamiliar with the shenanigans that took place at Pfeiffer, but I know each of us have experiences like this where we chose to have some fun while our homework suffered just a little. We mastered that balance, though. It's our job now to continue that balance throughout our lives. This fall, I made a decision with this idea of balance in mind. As many of you know, I made it very clear at Tilton that my goal was to attend a United States Service Academy. So much so that when I didn't get a direct appointment to the Naval Academy, Miss DeVoe ran across campus in a worried panic. The only other time she had ever run to me was when I got demolished by a softball. She does not run. I later got into the other service academies and decided on USAFA. I made it. I spent 7 weeks in basic cadet training and fell in love with the military lifestyle. However, when the academic year started, I struggled in the virtual setting. I felt more and more isolated in the confines of my room. The only release I got was on the rugby pitch. I made the call to my parents and told them I wanted to leave. The next call I made was to Mrs. Smith. I did the math. 61,320 hours from 6th grade to 12th grade spent on preparation, research, interviews, applications, and the occasional daydream. Gone. But I had to do it in an effort to find balance. Then new opportunities started to arise when I finally closed that door. Turns out I'm pretty good at rugby, and my coach connected me to Division I programs. Schools with great ROTC programs started reaching out to me. I discovered that I'm eager to pursue a business major. Options I had never considered and priorities I was unaware of flooded my brain. I considered the possibilities. I turned down Division I offers. I landed on the College of Charleston, a school I had never heard of, but the second I stepped on campus and met with members of the community, I knew I could have that balance I was searching for. A club rugby program, ROTC, and plenty of business majors and concentrations. Decisions are hard, but at the end of the day, you need to do what's best for you. You need to find that balance. And you definitely need to fail a few times. Pursue your dreams with fiery passion and accomplish your goals. I said I'd attend a United States Service Academy. I never said I'd graduate from one. I'm well on my way to becoming an officer in the military, President of the United States, and maybe head of school at Tilton. Now we're just gonna do some thank yous. I'm extremely thankful that Mr. Saliba, with the help of others, have taken the time to set this event up. We are very appreciative of your time and dedication spent to provide us with a commencement. We needed this. To my parents, thank you for your endless support and sacrifices made to help me pursue my goals. To my siblings, thank you for helping me develop thick skin. To Mimi and Barbar, thank you for driving me every day to and from Tilton, no matter the time. I know that Mimi is here with me in spirit, and today is actually her birthday, so happy birthday, Mimi. To my family and friends, without you, I would not be who I am today. To the Masiello family, I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to attend Tilton. Without your generosity, I literally would not be standing here. To the faculty, thank you for creating an environment where we could thrive, all while equipping us with the tools needed to succeed. You welcomed us into your lives like we were your own. We are grateful for you. And to the Tilton class of 2020, I'm proud of us. We've maneuvered our way through unexpected and challenging times. We've made memories in the past and decisions for our futures. I love each and every one of you, virtually in here. You are my family. Congratulations, 2020. We earned this.
It's my honor to present this year's faculty commencement speaker, Mr. Tyson Conrad. Mr. Conrad received his bachelor's degree from Plymouth State in 2003, and while in school, he worked as a tutor at Holderness School. Mr. Conrad also spent summers at the Wolfboro Camp School on Lake Winnipesaukee for his first experience of living and working with teenagers. One of Mr. Conrad's friends heard about a full-time job here at Tilton and referred him to us. And since then, since 2003, he has been part of the Tilton community. Mr. Conrad has managed to be involved in just about everything here at school as a teacher, a coach, a dormitory parent, and a member of our Center for Academic Achievement staff. Next year, he becomes the director of one of our most marquee programs here at Tilton School, the CAA. Tyson has also worked during the summers crafting our student academic schedules. So if you have any beefs about your academic schedule, don't talk to Landy, talk to Conrad. And finally, Tyson has been elected by his peers twice to represent the faculty on our Board of Trustees. During my time at Tilton, I have come to admire Mr. Conrad for not only his devotion to students and colleagues, but for the love of his family. A native of New Hampshire's North Country, Mr. Conrad is an enthusiastic son, grandson, uncle, and brother to his extended kin who live within striking distance of our campus. Mr. Conrad's influence on our lives is tremendous, and please join me in welcoming him as our faculty commencement speaker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sliva. Good morning or evening to everyone here watching from afar, especially to the members of the class of 2020. It is strange yet really wonderful that we are sharing this moment a year after your official graduation. It's sort of like those marriages where the couple gets married on the steps of town hall by signing a piece of paper, but celebrates with family and friends with more ceremony at a later date. Either way, it is great to see each of you, and I've enjoyed the memories that have come to me as I thought about what I would say today. When I found out last week that I would speak today, I contemplated what I might say, thinking about who you are as a class and what I could possibly share with you that might resonate. I chose to focus mostly on kindness and how it is linked to sharing, to hope, to truth, and to compassion. I was browsing Facebook a few days later and came across a post that the Dalai Lama had made that said, "Our lives depend on hope. If you have hope, you'll be able to overcome the problems you face. But if you're without hope, your difficulties will increase. Hope is linked to compassion and loving kindness. In my own experience, I've faced all sorts of difficulties in my life, but I never gave up hope. Also, being truthful and honest is a basis for hope and self-confidence." I thought this post summed up my thoughts on what it means to be kind pretty well. It is my belief that the idea of being kind is often mixed up with the idea of being nice. To be kind is to be truthful, open, compassionate, and hopeful. These attributes can look a bit different in a lot of situations, but kindness is often a perfect way to attack problems, to move forward, to heal, to laugh, and to connect with each other. One way in which we can be kind is to share our thoughts, our feelings, and our opinions when we feel is important. Sharing your thoughts and opinions can help to open communication and to create a connection. Opinions are sometimes given a rather vulgar analogy, described as being something that everyone has and they all stink. I propose a different analogy, one with a bit more nuance. Opinions, to me, opinions and the way that people receive them are more like the food that you ordered that you then offer to a friend to try. Maybe we love the honey mustard this restaurant has. I really like food, so this is where my brain goes. And you want to offer some of your fries and honey mustard to a friend. Now that friend may be open to trying your food. Maybe they're excited to try it. Or maybe that friend has no interest in trying new things. Maybe they've had that before and they know they don't want it. They have no interest. Or maybe, however, at least or maybe they've had them before and they know they don't like it. However, at least you have made the offer and you gave them your opinion. The same can go for your opinions. Opinions have the power to create a connection and to help people gain an understanding of each other. They can also be totally rejected. If you share your thoughts and your opinions expecting the other person to receive and consider them, you may very well be disappointed. However, if you don't share your opinion, you're missing out on an opportunity to both share who you are and to learn how others feel. Share your opinions and respect how they are received. Another way in which you can be kind is to have standards and expectations, to communicate those standards, and to be clear, transparent, and truthful. We can hold each other accountable to these standards by empowering each other. Sharing feedback, giving others support, we can hold these standards accountable to people in these ways. We can also do this by letting people know when something is not working. I expect people to have a high standard for me when it comes to teaching and tutoring math, but I would hope someone would pull me aside and tell me that my basketball coaching career probably is not going to work out. You all probably remember Mr. Gilpatrick. In his time at Tilton, he was great at being kind, even if he was not always nice. He was able to have a truthful conversation with you, helping to illuminate your motivations and how your actions were helping or hindering. He knew how to have a direct conversation with you. He would ask these questions that made you stop and think. I have fond memories of his conversations with me. He helped me to be a better teacher in person. I am sure that many of you have similar memories of Mr. Gilpatrick supporting you as young adults here at Tilton. He connected with people, helped them to see the best in themselves, and helped them to be more honest about who they are. Also, don't be afraid to share your talents and your passions. Some of my favorite memories of many of you are when you were engaging in something that you were passionate about. I remember the joy of watching some of you work through difficult math problems and seeing the look on your face when you solved them, or pulling off difficult tricks on the slopes at Gunstock Mountain, or watching some of you helping kids in need in the Dominican Republic. Some of you also learning how to grow and mature as students and young adults without losing your sense of mischievousness. There are countless ways in which each of you have shared your opinions or your passions. It is another way to create a connection with people. You create an opportunity to show what you are interested in and what you value, and others get to learn something about who you are. We can also be kind by being compassionate with how you spend your time and your resources. Your time is invaluable. How you spend it says a lot about who you are and also says a lot about how you feel about others. Figure out how you want it to spend your time and who you want to spend it with. Also, give back to others in whatever way you can. Maybe a friend needs help moving, or maybe a family member needs some help around the house, or maybe you know someone who needs someone to just be with them, just to show they care. It can be small gestures like buying a coffee for a friend, but also give back in bigger ways to a cause that you care deeply about. It doesn't always have to be money, and it doesn't always have to be a lot, but share what you can. I saw a YouTube video once of a veteran breaking down the word responsibility. He framed responsibility as a combination of knowing your ability and choosing your response to that ability. What are you able to do, and how will you respond? I'm reminded of one of Mr. Hollingsworth's signature quotes, "Be a fountain, not a drain." Try to be the person that gives, not the one that takes. Finally, be kind with how you share your heart. This can be as simple as a smile flashed at a complete stranger or holding the door for someone else. It can be seeing someone who looks upset and checking in on them, or just sitting with them. It can be telling someone you've known for a while how they make you feel. These moments help to lift people and make their day a bit better, or maybe a lot better. I also encourage you to share your own struggles or pain. If you fell and broke your own leg, you wouldn't try to fix it on your own. You would seek help. The same goes for emotional or mental pain. Share those struggles with another person. It is the best way to process those feelings, and people are more than happy to listen and help and handle in those difficult times. It is not easy to be vulnerable, but it is important for both growth and for happiness. I hope that as I shared my thoughts today, I made you think of some of the ways in which you have been kind in the past, and maybe some ways in which you can and will continue to share pieces of you. I also hope that you felt inspired thinking about the ways in which your family, your friends, and your peers have demonstrated kindness or shared themselves in meaningful and inspiring ways. Continue to thank each of these people in your lives for what they have done to help you get to this moment in your life. They have shared so much of themselves, their time, their resources, and their love. I would like to take a quick moment to thank my peers for what they have done to help you get to today. Lessons, practices, pep talks, texts, emails, questions, food, home nights, coffee, hugs. I know that the faculty and staff that helped you along the way inspire me every day to do what I can to help our students make progress, grow, and thrive. Thank you to those who are with us today and those who are not. Take time to reflect on and celebrate your high school journey. Think about how you can continue to push yourself, to share yourself, and to be kind. This work can be challenging, but it is incredibly rewarding. I hope you all have a great summer, and I hope that you share some great moments today with your classmates. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Conrad. And now we will begin to read the diplomas. I'd like to ask Ms. Saunders to come up to assist and Mr. McElhaney to help me award the diplomas. We will first begin by reading the names of those students who are unable to be with us today. We will read the names and we ask that you hold your applause to the end for that list. Mr. Landrush.
So once again, if you could just hold your applause while we get through this first set of names, and we wish the following students were able to be here with us. And sad that they're not, but know that they are forever in our minds as worthy of a Tilton School diploma. And I'll start at the beginning. John Baker, Finn Aurelius Baldwin, Jagger Dylan Benson, Mark Henry Blaney, Griffin Charles Bono, Otto Joshua Bull, Reese Joseph Canfield, Zenep Ekin Selikdemir, Chen Junggrun, Chen Yulin, Maxwell Maratea Kochi, Kevin Constant, Emily Grace Desmaris, Piper Michelle Dion, Du Yichao, Rosabelle Leah Fergus, Julia Catherine Fisk, Justin Antonio Greenberg, Camilla Joanna Hecka, Kendall Joseph Hersey, Robert B. Hess, Nigel Zanier Jenkins, Jiang Hongyi, Jem Kirchman, Kyle Terrence Lehman, Jalen Brian Leach, Justin Tyler Lee, Taesuk Lee, Li Yue, Li Hanjing, Li Zhongyuan, Lin Jieji, Brett Riley Lockhart, Katumina Mansure, John Thomas Dillon, John Thomas Mitchell, Tyler John Morelli, Alexei Morozov, Mu Zekun, Jackson Shea Neto, Richard Joseph Noon III, Pei Yiting, Maxwell Gregory Pinio, Ian Frederick Politi. Great name coming up here, you guys. Listen to this name. Jack Danger Raymond. You gotta love that name. Darby Jean Rich, Jose Rafael Rodriguez Velasco, Logan Patrick Arthur Ruggles, Baran Sabaz, Karis Petrus Saplis, Jack Seymour, Shen Yuan Yu, Caleb Aaron Shumway, Holman Paxton Smith, Sun Yixiao, Jonathan Paul Tavella, Tian Jianming, Brenna Helen Baran, Leah Teresa Villanueva Mena, Jacob Grant Wheeler, Ram N.D. White, Patarafon Wichitrankalit, Julian Cole Wilson, Yang Yufeng, Yavuzkan Unal Yavuz, Yu Hyun Sung, Jai Yichang, Zhang Yuji, Zhang Zhang, Zhu Xiaofeng. Let's give them a hand. Now, the following members of the class of 2020 are with us today. I think they know the drill. We will start with Bradley Porter Amin. Nice going. Robert Joseph Bolduc III. Margaret Campbell Calendar. I'd like to invite Walt Kamek to the stage. Walt, come on up. It's a tradition at Tilton to invite members of the board, members of the faculty, members of the staff to award diplomas to their graduating children. Nathan Thomas Kamek. No, you're in. Great, good job. James Burton Cates III. Taylor Marie Clark. All right. Delaney Angela Corcoran. Good. Peyton Jean Crowley. Molly Lee Dexter. Trent Richard Fountain. Teruhito Hota. This is Keith. I'll invite Mrs. Keefe to the stage. Maximilian Edward Keefe. Madison Mackenzie Kirker. Ashlyn Claire McMahon. Hey. Calvin Thomas Mafua. Kathleen Marilyn Ryan. Allison Chire Siegel. Owen Barr Snively.
Thank you.
Hope Isabella Talwani. Michael Thomas Tersoni. And Campbell Frederick Wayne. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Tilton School Class of 2020.
You're gonna introduce me?
Before we process, Mr. McElhaney, our chairman of the board, would like to say a few words.
I'm not supposed to be on this program, so, and I'm gonna get the hook really quickly. But I've been to a lot of these graduations in my life. I graduated from high school 50 years ago, and I've been to many others. And I have to say, this was sort of part church service, part comedy routine. We've been here for 3 days, and of course the weather was just miserable the whole time. Actually feels balmy today. On Saturday, you just cannot believe how cold it was up here. And I want to thank all of you, last year's class, for coming back. What an awesome display of loyalty to your classmates in this school, to the parents and families who came, just amazing. And then to my admiration and respect for the faculty and staff of this place. I also want to thank a couple of trustees that were here all weekend, my brothers, John Shaughnessy, John Morton, and Jamie Rome, who have been here all weekend. Larry Bartell, we talked about him earlier. I'm actually wearing his tie. Larry, God bless you. And we have some very dignified guests here. Mary and Steve Anderson, my lifelong friends. No one has meant more to Tilton School than Mary and Steve Anderson. And I couldn't be up here today without recognizing the two of you. Not only what you've meant to Tilton, but what you've meant to me personally. Thank you so much. I love you. I know all of us love you. And then finally to David and Vita and Rachel and Peter. What an amazing thing to have 2 graduations over one weekend. I will never forget this. This is the coolest graduation I will ever attend, and I'm sorry to take your time. A year ago when you saw me on the video, I looked like a cross between Barbra Streisand and Grizzly Adams. At least I tried to clean up, so thank you all.
Thank you, Dave. Before we bring commencement to a close, I wanted to make you aware of one last tradition we have here at Tilton School. As we process to the rear of the tent, is it raining outside? No, not right now. So when we process, we're going to line up on the road right there, the trustees, the faculty, and the staff, and we will say goodbye to the members of the class of 2020. Right over there. And we ask that families, please wait until we have finished with those final goodbyes. We appreciate that. I would now like to ask Ms. Mora Veilleux to give us our benediction. Ms. Veilleux.
As we close this long-awaited ceremony and you continue on the paths you started this past fall, I hope you were reminded today how much you matter to all of us. While the faculty and staff strove to impart valuable lessons during your time at Tilton, you, the class of 2020, have taught us more than we can measure through your tenacity, compassion, and resilience. You have persevered in navigating through a global pandemic as you completed one major life milestone and began your next. You, the class of 2020, were my first seniors here at Tilton, and as you welcomed my family here on the Hill, you became a part of ours. So as is custom in my family, though you wouldn't believe that with my last name, I leave you with the traditional Irish blessing. May God give you, for every storm, a rainbow, for every tear, a smile, and for every care, a promise, and for a blessing in each trial, for every problem life sends, a faithful friend to share, for every sigh, a sweet song, and an answer for each prayer. Thank you and congratulations. Now we want the hugs we've been waiting for.
We're gonna head this way.